A field goal. Here's Luke to kick this one away. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Hey, tomato. 13, Luke.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. A short throw there to Strange. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Hey, danger. Go.
Lawrence. Complete on the deep ball.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
No, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
Hey, Soko, hot. 11, again. Go, let's go.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Got a man, that's Hunter. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Morning. Here we go.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
To throw is Jackson. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Get hot! Let's go! Get hot! Let's go! Get hot! Get hot!
Now Jackson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
On fourth down, on is Tyler Luke for the Baltimore field goal. That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and that will keep this a 3-point game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Hey, Soko, son. 11.
Now Lawrence going to move him around a bit. They'll start on the ground. Etienne. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 3-0 after one on EA Sports.
First down. A gain of 13 yards.
The Jags with a football to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready.
Now they'll change things up.
Hey, time. Here we go,
On first down, right back to Etienne. Kyle Van Noy in on the stop.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the 50-yard line.
Hey, here we go.
And they'll go again with Etienne. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
13, Luke. Time.
Here's Lawrence. They'll get this out to Tootin. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
It's always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the first down marker. Excellent defense, good tackle.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Now Lawrence. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Washington. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 29-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
First down, Jaguars.
Hey, run!
Back to the ground with Etienne. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. It's a gain of 8, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Now a 2nd and 2.
Hey, go!
ETN once more. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
First and goal, Jacksonville.
On the red. Hey, son, just 11. 30 left.
And they'll run with ETN. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Red on the red. Hey, here we go.
On play action, Lawrence. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of the team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
Now it's Jackson. Pass incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Jackson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Baltimore, first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
To throw again is Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 29-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
First down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. Throwing is Jackson. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. From the gun, it's Jackson. This will go to Henry out wide. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry from 8 yards out. And the Ravens will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Running right through him. And he returns this to the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, Jacksonville.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10.
Ralph. Hey, James, 13 loop.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That's caught by Myers. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And his kick is indeed good, and that will knot us up at 10. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
And this one over the back line of the end zone where they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. He's going to look downfield for Henry. 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
On second down, ETN once more. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping this is going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down?
Hey, kill. Hey, I'm gun.
And they'll indeed go for it. Here's Lawrence. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. Throwing to start the drive. Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got a stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson. He dumps it off for Henry. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will have a Ravens first down as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. Here's Jackson to throw. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that will bring up 2nd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Jackson. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. He'll look to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
Results.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
All right, let's go. Here we go.
Play action. It's Lawrence. Over the middle, complete. That's Myers. And he's going to be dropped quickly right there at the 48, a couple yards shy of midfield.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Red on red.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
11. Silver.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Hey, lion. Hey, Soko.
They go play action now. Lawrence. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
24.
Lawrence will throw. Screenplay. Here's Etienne. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
And this is a commentary in today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd and 8.
Jackson now. Check down here for Henry. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8.
Now it's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up the screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
To throw is Jackson. And that will be incomplete as well.
Incomplete. Sets up 4th down.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Jackson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
At the 15-yard line.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
Jackson from the shotgun.
A throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
I like his awareness in the pocket there. Nowhere to go with the football, so instead of forcing it to the sideline, he's just going to put this one into the harbor and live to fight another down without getting wet.
And Jackson throwing once more. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens will add to their 4th quarter lead. On his loop for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score. Ravens 20. Jaguars 10.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. They'll drop that underneath ETN. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
Easy.
Now Lawrence to throw. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now Lawrence. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Lawrence going to throw again. That is caught by Hunter. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Hunter, 60 yards. And the Jags have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead, it's down to just one score. The extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
17.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game, 1st and 10 here. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
Hey, Alpha, sit up! Sit up! Ready? Sit up!
Now it's Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
First down and goal to go.
I got all the hits, boy. All that Drake, you got to chip. I be on my little mouse drip. All that rapping, pay your bills. Yeah, I'm on some rappers, pay my bills. All up on TV, I thought it made me richer. Wasn't paying me enough, I needed something quicker. So now I'm all in Nico basement, working on the phones. Either that or try to money.
It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll give Henry another shot. And once again, he'll get possibly back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here's Henry. Well, he'll get this awfully close to a first down. Well, that's going to be a razor-thin measurement, but I don't think he got there.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. So that flag will set him back 5 yards. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And his kick is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
A touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, kill. 11.
Here's Lawrence. Gets this to Myers. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later, they're going to have to stop the clock.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, easy, route 11, Agate. Hey, Dinter. Done. Here we go.
Throwing now, Lawrence. His throw incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Hey, Soko, hot.
Lawrence. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Hey, go.
Back to throw, Lawrence. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 30. He's back to throw. A short throw there to Strange. And out of bounds right around the 20. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Okay, ready?
Now second down and a few inches.
Right, let's go. Go, let's go. Hey, Soko, so hot. Sink right.
A final shot now for Lawrence. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
And a great game comes down to this. Time for one play, and they've got to get it in the end zone.
And I want every cover guy I've got in the game on defense, every extra defensive back who can make a play on the football. So whether it's nickel, dime, quarter, whatever you want to call it, I want 5, 6, 7 guys back there.
Red. Son, this is hot. Sink right open. Hey, I'm gun.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. This ball intercepted. Washington now to return it. And the Ravens are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because, remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
All anybody's ever said about me. And yeah, I like you cut loose too. You might think I chose this way of living now, but it chose me. You can hear me coming with a 6-2 humming, Guns N' Roses bumping through a 12 in the floor. I don't need me nothing but a spot out in the country. I smile when they say that I ain't me anymore. Ain't a thing changed around here but the money. You try to mix it up, but let me tell you something. Same in my Dixie, same rowdy bonds with me. I'll be laid up in the dirt before you ever take it from me. So take the boy out the truck, take the boy out the mud, put him up in a PJ, he'll still try to get them 40 stuck. So line him up, turn it up and keep it running. Say whatever you want, but I'm anything but new to country. Without a doubt, I've been around. Yeah, everybody knows my name when I show up now. And I've been from New York to LA and every place in between, but they don't do it like we do it in my hometown. Ain't a thing changed around here but the money. You try to mix it up, but let me tell you something. Same in my Dixie, same rowdy bonds with me. I'll be laid up in the dirt before you ever take it from me. So take the boy out the truck, take the boy out the mud, put him up in a PJ, he'll still try to get them 40 stuck. So line him up, turn it up and keep it running. Say whatever you want, but I'm anything but new to country.
Hello? We playing this last game. Gotta give him another run. But I'm going to keep his ass right there.
Same rowdy bonds with me. I'll be laid up in the dirt before you ever take it from me. So take the boy out the truck, take the boy out the mud, put him up in a PJ, he'll still try to get them 40 stuck. So line him up, turn it up and keep it running. Say whatever you want, but I'm anything but new to country.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And they'll opt not to return this, but since... Ball did hit in the landing zone. This will come out to the 20. Right away, they'll change the look. First carry here for Ken Walker. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And he stopped immediately there. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads
to a third down.
We all have habits. It can be somewhat predictable. And you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Now Darnold keeps it. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
The Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Charbonnet. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Now Darnold. He'll try and do this himself. And it is caught. Nifty move. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
Walker now on 1st and 10. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw, Darnold. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. That'll be caught by Bobo. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that's going to make it 4th down. Darnold a sneak. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. A wall of bodies there. Nowhere to burrow through the line on the quarterback sneak. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Here's Jackson. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ernest Jones. After the interception, here's Darnold. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. 20. 5. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker, 43 yards. And the Seahawks are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. They'll try the right side with Henry. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of people thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Here's Jackson to throw. A short one there, caught by Likely. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Now it's Jackson. Now let's up this and run. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Jackson now. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Here's Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable, or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Darnold now to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. Credit that sack to Travis Jones. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" because here they come.
Darnold's going to stay out there. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Malachi Starks. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
He's got a man, complete. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Andrews, 31 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from evening this one up. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 to score as they begin 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
At the 29-yard line.
To throw is Darnold. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Seattle.
From the gun, it's Walker. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 50, it's Darnold. They'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 32-yard line. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
Darnold. Nails Barner, the tight end. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
That's another Seahawks first down. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Here we go, son. Red 80. L80.
Here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Second and 10. Darnold to throw again. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Go, son.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Well, throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
I think that's a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way down the field, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. Myers' kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell us end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie up this ball game. Jackson going to keep it. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble. And it's second down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Jackson going to keep it. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
That's good for a Baltimore first down.
To throw is Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
Now 2nd and 3.
Middle. Hey, Alpha, right.
Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
A 44-yard attempt.
And that is no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This is a game, Charles, that's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the 3rd quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to race that small.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10.
Ravens 14. Seahawks 10.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now it's Darnold. That'll be caught by Cup. He'll be dropped at the 30. The first broken tackle was there, but couldn't bust free. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3 and out.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving.
First down, Seahawks.
Again, Darnold. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now Darnold. And that is incomplete here. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
To the air again, Darnold. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Back to throw, Darnold. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing again is Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Walker. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Out of the gun, Walker with it.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operated.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on standing their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try to chip someone at the second level.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here we go, son. Ready?
They'll try for the first with Walker. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
Ready?
On 4th down, Darnold. That is caught. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively...
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Seahawks have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead.
The score, Seahawks 17, 14.
touchdown. Here's Myers to boot it away.
Now Ali going to take it out of the end zone. And not what he was hoping for when he brought it out. They're going to get him down short of the 15-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's Jackson to throw.
There he goes again.
And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
And the Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Jackson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now it's Jackson. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
On the very outer edge of field goal range, it would be 56 yards if they got nothing here on third down. From the gun, Jackson will try and do this himself. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Understanding he's just down one possession, trying to make something happen by extending the play, but the coverage downfield was excellent. He escaped and bought some time, but that one goes incomplete.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Here we go, it's Jackson on fourth down. That'll be taken in by Flowers. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A gain of 12 on fourth and 10, just enough for the conversion. And defensively, an opportunity slips away.
A new lease on life after the fourth down conversion. Here's first and 10.
Jackson going to keep it. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack.
Second and 11.
180. 180.
Throwing is Jackson.
He finds Bateman over the middle.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 13-yard line.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Tylan Wallace, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead.
It's nothing you could do. It's nothing you can fucking do.
Now for the extra point.
It's up and good to make it 21.
You might as well hang this game up, boy. The whole Madden and just play it next year. Nah, nigga. They been having open space I don't throw it just to throw it. I throw it when they open. That's the difference. And no computer love over here. That's skills.
Now after the touchdown, Luke.
I told you to pick your poison. Should have went to 2K.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
About to send that blitz.
Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Darnold down to throw. He'll get this complete to the tight end Barner. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
48-yard line.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
On 3rd down, here's Walker. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next run.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They run again with Walker. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now 2nd and 4.
Here we go, set.
Darnold to throw. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
Oh, I know it goes against the grain here. It totally goes against it, but you've got to drop the ball in that situation. He makes a catch, but he loses yards and doesn't get out of bounds.
Darnold. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. 4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And that's a tired defense out on.
It wasn't easy, but nothing is. No. When I feel heavy metal, and I feel that I need when I lie and I'm easy all of the time, but I'm never sure why I need you. Please I need you. When I was young, it's not my problem. It's not my problem. When I feel heavy metal, and I feel that I need when I lie and I'm easy all of the time, but I'm never sure why I need you. Please I need you. So try it again.